Hello, I'm Robert, and welcome to the Commons. Today we have Tom Booth with us, and he's going to do a song specifically for Palm Sunday, Hosanna to the Son of David. Stick around. My brother Tom Booth.
How you doing, Robert?
I'm doing good, man. Thank you for having me in your home.
Welcome. Welcome to Tucson.
And we got a rainstorm in Tucson yesterday.
Yeah.
That was just God welcoming me from Oregon to here.
Yeah, that was you bringing Portland to arid zone, Arizona.
Well, I want to talk about Spirit and Song, the brand new book. One of the things that we were doing when we were designing it was we were starting to notice some of the holes, and we really wanted it to be a complete liturgical resource. And Palm Sunday, you know, we have, very thankfully, we have Josh Blakesley sing Hosanna, but we saw we needed something that was that refrain of Hosanna to the Son of David and focus on that Matthew 25 entry. So Rick Maudlin and I sat down and we were mapping out like, okay, what are the holes? And we started just charting it out. And we said, let's get Trevor to do this. Let's get Josh Blakesley to do this. But this one, Hosanna to the Son of David, let's get Booth.
So you're the culprit. I thought it was just Rick. So both of you, we have both of you to blame.
That's
for
right.
This song.
So tell me, there's my part of the story. Then what happens to you?
Well, I was innocently at home, finished all my work for the new Spirit and Song recordings and resource, and Rick called and said, please, one more thing. I had finished the Mass of the Desert.
Right.
And I like the idea of sing this piece as a part of that Mass.
Yeah.
So it's fun as a songwriter. You love the challenge. I love the idea. I love that Palm Sunday procession. So I promptly called Rory Cooney.
Oh, did you?
You know, is there anyone smarter? I'm not sure.
Yeah,
He's amazing. And I said, Rory, what do I do? You know, what are the prescribed texts? What do I have to use? And he went, not really sure. This is one of those pieces, though commonly sung.
That's right.
There is a tradition to it, but there really isn't a rule of law. That's not the right word. But really, there's some suggested texts.
Yeah.
I think it's Matthew 21 and Psalm 2.
Psalm 2, right. Wow.
He wasn't any help, basically.
All right, so let me ask, do you recall when you were at St. Tim's, during Palm Sunday, what did you all use?
Well, back in the day, it would have been the King of Glory, like all of us.
Yeah.
And then later on, we used the King of Glory. Actually,
until Stephen Colbert wrecked it for everybody.
Tim and Julie Smith, great people, great composers. They had composed a piece. And in fact, when Rick called, I said, call Tim and Julie. Let's listen to that piece. And though there's nothing wrong with it, it's a beautiful composition. We thought something that is connected to this new Mass that I've just done. So
yeah, that makes sense. So if you could, and we'll talk about this at another time. But if I remember right, you were in Portland, and you were at a record store. Is that right?
That's right.
And you heard this rhythm going, and Tom Booth being Tom Booth, he bought the record.
Yeah, that was good memory. It's a band called Tinariwen.
Yeah.
Fantastic group from Morocco, that area. Yeah. And the record is called Water is Life.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
There's certain recordings. I remember hearing, the Dixie Dregs. I remember hearing Stevie Wonder. I remember hearing, the Beatles, where you just stop and go, what is that?
Yeah.
And that rhythm and that approach, that kind of simple, earth beat, and a riff. Now that was my interpretation of it.
Yeah. Kind of like George Harrison with a sitar.
There you go. Inside Indian joke. But that is the riff that I ended up coming up with for Mass of the Desert. The idea being, we could talk more about that, is simple, rooted in the earth, rhythmic, singable, simple.
Yeah. So from the North African desert to the South Arizona desert, that's where they emerged.
Yeah. And I sat when I moved to Tucson about 8 years ago and wrote this Mass of the Desert. Yeah. And so happy, so pleased, so blessed that it's out, that it's in that book.
Yeah, there we go.
It's in this book.
Yeah.
And but anyway, this piece, because of you and Rick, I didn't have a Palm Sunday procession. But now we do. Hosanna to the Son of David.
And if just, I'm gonna get out of the way. I'm gonna let you do it. But I do want to see that riff.
Okay.
Because that's the root. Everything comes back to that little
Right.
root off of the D, right?
And truth be told, in this piece, it's not used very often, but at the very beginning and the end. But it's simple, yeah. The whole mass is now I'm tuned down a half step because I just happen to be.
Okay.
But it's the key of D, and it goes.
All right. So that is the which string is that?
It's the third string. It's the A note.
Okay, and the second. So second fret and fourth fret, you're just riffing off of that.
It's on that G string.
Yeah, on the G. There you go.
And you kind of mute the back of the strings here a little.
Cool. All right, man. Well, with that as the intro, I'm going to back out and I'm going to let you do the piece.
Awesome.
All right, man.
Hosanna, Hosanna to the Son of David. Hosanna, Hosanna to the King of Kings. Hosanna, Hosanna to the Son of David. Hosanna, Hosanna to the King of Kings. Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Oh, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Lift up your heads, O gates, be lifted up, ancient doors, so the King may enter in, the King of glory. Who is this King of glory? The Lord who is mighty and strong, the Lord of hosts, the mighty one, the King of glory. Hosanna, Hosanna to the King of glory. Hosanna, Hosanna to the King of kings. Hosanna, Hosanna to the Son of David. Hosanna, Hosanna to the King of Kings. Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Oh, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Who may go up on the mountain, standing in his holy place, the clean of hand, the pure of heart, those who have not lived in vain. They will receive from the Lord blessings and justice from God. Such are those who seek the Lord, who seek the face of God. Hosanna, Hosanna to the Son of David. Hosanna, Hosanna to the King of Kings. Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Oh, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord.